We're going to rally around Charlie Kirk like we never have before. He was a brave man. He was an awesome father. He was an awesome person. He went to the youth and the children, our children, in the schools, in colleges, and he had debates with them, or not debates, but even just conversations. And he would give them a chance to say what they needed to say. And he did it in a very productive way where he was getting people to think about different points of views, because in the schools, in some of those schools, they were completely becoming left leaning, and there was no other way of being able to explore other thoughts. In education, you should be able to be educated about whatever. In school, they should be able to bring up whatever they want. God, they should be able to talk about school, God in school. They should be able to talk about politics in school. You know how they say that you shouldn't talk about religion or politics? I disagree with that. Those are actually two of the most important things in our culture, in our society, is religion and politics. Spirituality, religion, whatever you may call it, there is a spirit, and that is very important to talk about. As far as Charlie Kirk and his movement, we're going to rally behind him. There's so many people. His death and what they try to do when they shot him, when they killed him, they were trying to intimidate us. They were trying to make us say, oh, well, we're not going to go up there and do that. You know what I mean? We're afraid now. That's actually going to be the opposite is going to happen now. Brave men and women are going to rise up. That his turning point, his whatever he was doing for those college children, the people are going to rise up and we're going to make something incredible out of it. His wife, she's already on it, and God's going to be with her. And Charlie's legacy is going to move on. He's not going to die, because now he's going to become more powerful. He's going to Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know how in Star Wars when he says, "I'll become more powerful if you strike me down." Well, that's basically what happened to Charlie. Is his movement and everything is becoming more powerful. People have had it with the BS. You know what I mean? You took out a great man. It's not like he deserved it. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He was expressing his freedom of speech, and he was expressing our views, his views, your views, my views, different views from what you may be getting taught in school. And the fact that someone shot him over that is really sad. It's really sad because that person now is probably sitting in prison or they're in jail. They're in jail right now. And for what? They killed him. The movement's getting stronger. So it's actually having the opposite effect of what it did. Now his life is ruined. He'll be in prison or jail forever. When he had that kid, that person had his entire life in front of him. He was a young man who made a poor decision. I mean, you know, when they say that they incite violence, or they call us when they call people racists or Nazis or whatever, no matter what someone says, at the end of the day, if someone tells you to go do something and you go do it, you're a moron. Like, you need to be able to think for yourself. Just because someone says something and something is said doesn't mean it's okay to go do it. I mean, people need to really start thinking for themselves and grow up. Like, it's ridiculous that you think, oh, well, just because I heard it over here or they said it. So if someone says for you to go jump off a cliff, are you going to do that? If someone told you to eat shit, are you going to do that? I mean, seriously, like, it gets ridiculous to the point of, like, what is wrong with people? If someone tells you to go do something and it's stupid, or it's to harm another person or something, and you go do it, you are an idiot, and you will get the consequences of it. Because at the end of the day, we can say whatever we want. We have freedom of speech, but that doesn't mean we can do whatever we want. Freedom of speech, being able to say whatever you want, is awesome. I love it, but it does not mean you can do whatever you want. There's a difference between freedom of speech and actually going and doing something. Yeah, you might be able to say you want this or that and this, but if you don't go do it, at the end of the day, you're just venting. You're just letting it out, whatever. But if you actually go do that, if you actually go murder, hurt, kill, rape, whatever, that makes you guilty, and you will suffer the consequences of it. Sometimes when people are saying things, they're just venting. They're just getting it out. Doesn't mean just because someone says something that they're actually going to go do it. I mean, you'd have to be a complete moron to just follow people that are saying things or just do something because it is said and not be able to think for yourself. What do you guys think about this? Leave it in the comments. Are we going to gather behind Charlie Kirk and make that movement 100 times stronger? Yes, we are. Love you guys.